We're back for the brand new season of Cosmic Cantina in 2021. What better way to ring in the new year than a show about Bigfoot, yowies, and big, strapping, muscular, hairy men in general? Yay! Why do we still search for these creatures? Are they a lost species, or is there an interdimensional element? And what is their deal with spying on chicks in the bathroom? All these questions and more may or may not be answered in an all-new Cosmic Cantina. I'm your host, Melissa Tittle, and every week I go to my favorite bar, Cosmic Cantina, and kick back with my co-hosts, Josh Golombeski and Matt O'Connor. We talk about aliens, Bigfoot, ghosts, ancient cultures, and anything from the unseen world that needs a little illumination. Welcome to Cosmic Cantina. I'm your host, Melissa Tittle, and we want to say Happy New Year to you. It's 2021. It's going to be a crazy year. Disclosure. Bigfoot's going to come out of the woods. All your dreams are going to happen. We know it.
Yes.
It's a big call. But
Yes.
I like where your head's at.
I'm all in. I'm betting on that. I'm betting on Bigfoot. I always bet on Bigfoot.
Always bet on Bigfoot.
Josh loves a big, hairy man in the woods. Anyway, I'm drinking Sapporo, which is a Japanese beer.
No? Oh, very nice.
Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah, I like it.
Tonight I am drinking Fat Randy's IPA. It is gluten-free, and it's actually really nice. It's now my second favorite IPA of all time. I want to say Happy New
Fat
Year to all
Randy.
the people out there. This year we're going to have disclosure. 180 days till we get our first download from the government, according to the COVID bill, which they attached the UFO amendment to, which is just fucking amazing. Who doesn't love that? And, 2021, here we go. Buy Bitcoin or don't. You know, I'm not a financial advisor, but seriously, put all your money on Bitcoin.
Wow. That's going to be hard to follow up.
2021.
Hashtag whatever you want to do.
You know what? Whatever you want to do.
If you lose money, don't call me. That's fine.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm not holding my breath on the whole disclosure thing, but we'll see what happens. I'll
Okay.
just pleasantly wait.
Wait, what are you
Quarantine
drinking
right now?
What are you drinking?
Me, I am currently, I brought the family to
yeah.
Australia.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm currently sitting in 2 weeks of quarantine. We're at day 5. We haven't started climbing the walls just yet. But I can order booze to the quarantine hotel room, which I did.
There is a God.
A little Aussie classic called Melbourne Bitter, and it tastes cheap, but it's doing the job.
All right, fine. Yeah.
All right. That's good.
It's blue collar. It's getting it done. I like it.
You don't have a lot of options in quarantine. You got bitter
not
beer
plain.
No, you don't.
and or
Yep.
sober. That's all you get.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway,
Well,
what are we
welcome
talking
back.
about tonight?
Welcome back. This is going to be awesome.
Oh yeah, 2021. I'm excited.
Woo! Woo! Well, because it's the first podcast of 2021, we want to talk about the boys' favorite topic, which is when I was saying boys, I should say Josh's favorite topic, which is Bigfoot, because the dog man is Matt's favorite topic.
This is true.
So,
This is
true.
So we really got away from what Josh loves, and we did all the things that I want to do. And so, as the beginning of 2021, we're going to give Josh Bigfoot. So here we
It's
go.
the year of Josh.
Thank you. It means a
the
lot.
year of
seriously.
Josh.
I feel the love.
Okay, all right. So let me just get through the boring articles so you can talk about all your Bigfoot findings that you found over the break.
Oh, that's
All right, get it out of the way. Come on, hurry up.
All right. Here comes the boring part. All right, so I found this article, and it's titled, "Why Do so Many People Still Want to Believe in Bigfoot?" Okay, Josh, calm down. Let me get through the article. Just calm down.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
calm down.
Okay. It's, sounds negative. Okay.
She's about to shit all over your dreams, Josh. I can feel it.
Happy 2021! The appeal of the mythical wild man holds strong. So this is a really long article, and it goes back and forth about how people want to believe, and they make up videos, and it's a hoax, and all that kind of negative stuff. However, at the end of the article, and of course we'll post this so you can read it for yourself, they kind of go into the symbol of Bigfoot. So they went away from is it real, is it not real, are people just making it up, and they went to the idea that it really is a symbol of how people view themselves within humanity. So let me just go through some of the bullet points here. So I'll read directly from the article. Some people see these crypto-hominids as symbols of pure freedom, living by instinct and foiling every effort to pin them down. To search for Bigfoot in the forest is to taste that freedom. On the trail, you become extra attuned to nature, the smell of scat, the sounds of breaking branches. The curious. This sounds so romantic, but we're talking about shit. Okay, all right.
It smells like freedom.
Freedom! The curious impressions in the dirt. As long as there are wild places in America, Bigfoot remains a possibility that, to its most ardent proponents, cannot be disproved. The hunt for Bigfoot emulates an earlier mode of discovery when new knowledge was not the product of advanced degrees and expensive machinery, but rather curiosity, bravery, patience, and survival. In the 19th century, the American landscape revealed its majesties to ordinary settlers pushing westward into territories unmapped by Europeans. To track Bigfoot today is to channel that frontier spirit. Bigfoot also embodies other less romantic but no less enduring American traits like gullibility and a hunger for attention. I don't know what that means.
A little jab there from the author. All right.
So another thing that they bring up is that the problem, again, he's kind of saying the problem has gotten worse with social media, where there's lots of people doing hoaxes. But it's a representation of non-technology versus technology. His complaint echoes concerns in more mainstream American life where technologies that are promised to build consensus have in fact made the truth more difficult than ever to discern. So, he gets a little negative about the fact that, even if we tried to track Bigfoot, there's so many people doing hoaxes out there that, we can't actually prove it because of all those people trying to get in the game. But I do like what he says, that there's this... to search for it is to find this piece of ourselves that we lost in this technology type of era, which I thought was, I don't know, this is an interesting take. I mean, it's not overly positive, but it's not overly negative. It's kind of hey, it could exist, but it could be because we're looking for pieces of ourselves we lost.
Look, I get it.
That sounded intellectually snobby and coming from somebody who actually never researched it, but it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Search for Bigfoot. It's a search for
I get what he's
yourself.
saying. Bigfoot represents freedom. Bigfoot doesn't wear pants. That's freedom, baby. Let's do this.
He smells like shit. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's fine, man.
It's awesome. It's so Jesus. Good. I know all Josh wants to say is eat a bag of dicks. But
this guy is talking about whether it's real or not, and I'm like, oh yeah, not only is it real, but they're psychic and they're probably aliens and interdimensional. So going so far away from this guy.
Oh man.
Okay, so this is the part of the podcast where you can stop listening to all my boring rhetoric and we can just get into the cool shit. All right. So Josh, take it away.
So we're taking a hard left turn into Joshville.
Yes.
Here we go.
I was talking to my big bro recently, who was in the Bigfooting world for a while, who worked on finding Bigfoot and was in a couple Bigfoot shows. He's a Bigfooter, and he knows a lot of things.
Yeah.
He knows a lot of things, Ryan G. He knows a ton about Bigfoot. And I was just talking to him recently, and we were like, what the fuck is Bigfoot, really? It's definitely being seen, so that's the thing. Bigfoot is being seen around the world. People are seeing giant apes. That is real. The experience is real, whether it's a physical ape standing there. I think that's where the question gets murky. So if everyone's seeing this and there's no hard evidence, what is actually happening? What is going on? And you have to look deeper. You can't just look at the BFRO and check out, I saw it. It was 7 feet tall, standing in the forest, and it looked at me, and I was like, holy shit, Bigfoot, and I ran off. There's plenty of those sightings. What I'm interested in, what's out there, which isn't covered a lot, is the more bizarre reports, the high strangeness reports. And I was talking to my brother about this, and he told me to check out this book. This book is called, it has the greatest title a book has ever had in the history of life. It's my favorite book of all time. I love it. I haven't gotten through it all yet, but I already love it. It's called The Psychic Sasquatch and Their UFO Connection by Jack Kiwani Lapsirius. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Whatever, Jack. That dude's getting swinging.
Oh my God,
I
forgot about your pronunciations of things. I love it.
Classic
I didn't
Josh.
even try before the podcast to get it. I wanted to say it live and fuck it up for your pleasure.
Can I just have a little bit of side note? So,
Yeah.
Josh is doing VO for a French
Oh, God.
speaker. Sorry, I have to do it. So I have a show called Ancient Civilizations on Gaia, and we have a French speaker, so we dubbed it over in English, and Josh is the voice, and he literally gets so angry at me because he can't pronounce any of the words, because they're like crazy words. They're like from the Middle East, they're from wherever, and he's like, God damn it, Melissa!
It's worst case scenario. There's 7 words that no one's ever heard before that are hard to pronounce. It's literally my worst nightmare. It dragged me back to middle school, and I feel like embarrassed and weird. I started like lashing out at people in the room for no reason. Like I was covering up my insecurities. It was terrible.
And then he hates
imagine you in
me.
that
He hates me.
audio room just sweating bullets, trying to pronounce this
fucking
stuff.
terrible. I felt bad for
Oh,
people in
Mark.
the room. I was like yelling at one point, but whatever.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Side tangent.
All right. Okay.
All right.
So this book.
First of all, can you post the cover of this book, because it has the most handsome Sasquatch I've ever seen on the cover of this book.
He is. He's a nice looking fella.
Melissa, are you
isn't he?
blushing? She's turned red.
I know, I'm sort of turned on. It's,
Who wouldn't be?
man
I don't blame you.
otherwise.
That's totally normal. It's totally fine. Don't feel bad.
Yeah.
So who's Jack? Who's Jack who wrote the psychic Sasquatch in their UFO connection, which is that's exactly what the book's about, just so you know. It's awesome. Jack is a lifelong experiencer, someone who started having weird experiences with light experiences with Sasquatch up until full-blown telepathic communication with a Sasquatch, basically. And he goes, this has been a transformational experience for him, and that's why he wrote the book. I'm not going to go too much into his story, for a couple of reasons, just because it's so amazing and out there that it's hard to accept at first. So I'm going to try to take you through some of the other small stories to get you to where he's at and why this phenomenon is so crazy. Because again, like, it's happening. Why is it so fucking weird? You know, why is it like they're disappearing? There's stories of them dematerializing. There's stories of telepathy and UFOs and all this weird high strangeness connected to the Squatch. So who would believe you anyways? Would any of you believe me if I walked up to you and I was like, dude, I saw Bigfoot in the woods, and not only did I see Bigfoot, there was like 4 of them, and there was a UFO above them, and the UFO dropped off 2 more Bigfoot, and they ran off into the forest. Would anyone believe that? No. So these people don't come forward.
Totally.
They don't come forward. But that's exactly what's fucking happening. All right, let me break this down. Okay, so this is based. I'm going to read a couple passages because it's it's really just amazing. So, okay, this is what Jack states at the front of the book. He's speaking about a study. I am one of the 76 participants who experienced the psychic Squatch, as well as extraterrestrial beings associated with them. I am the first scientist to claim to have had numerous close encounters, he is a scientist, with a psychic Sasquatch, nearly 500 in all over a 19-year period. Further, these experiences are ongoing. From this collection of 40 years of research data, the notion that Sasquatch is non-human is totally dispelled. All evidence points directly to the fact that the creatures called Bigfoot Sasquatch are, in reality, giant, hairy humans with an extraterrestrial origin. That's how he begins the book. I was like, oh, you got me. I'm in. Sign me
Big
up.
start, yeah.
Big start. And this is also part of his thesis. By the way, this book is awesome and well written, but it's like, I don't know, it could have been put together better. I feel like it's just a guy with like so much passion and stories. You just had to get it on paper. And there's lots of great stuff in here. But I did a small critique, like, get an editor. All right, so the next thing I want to read from this guy is... fucking got Jack right there on the side quick. Love you, Jack, though. Seriously, it's all good. This is what
I
he
don't
writes,
care
though.
what your last name sounds like. You need an editor, asshole.
You know what this guy needs? He needs Josh. All right, the Sasquatch, this Jack writes. The Sasquatch can transverse other dimensions by materializing and dematerializing at will. This is his thesis, basically. At times, it will only be halfway into another dimension, so if you were to shoot at it, you would shoot into space and trees, as its physical body would have made the transfer into a less dense, etheric dimension. What often remains is the red eyes, literally peeping through an electromagnetic field, whose frequency displays the color red, and when seen from this three-dimensional side of reality. So that's his main
Interesting. Okay.
thesis, which makes sense in the Sasquatch. They seem to like always disappear. No one knows what's going on. How many beers have I fucking had? I'm really top.
And the red eyes is, a constant thing that turns up. So that's an interesting explanation for that.
Yeah.
Okay. So before we get into the stories, which are awesome, they're not super long, don't worry. I want to give you a fun fact. Did you guys know that Betty Hill of Barney and Betty Hill is a Bigfooter who had her own Bigfoot experience as a child and was like a lifelong
What?
Bigfoot enthusiast who like people would come to her with stories. She'd find stories. She had like all this Bigfooting stuff. Yeah, it was amazing.